Hey Hoopheads, Brad here with another breakdown, and today I want to talk about the Washington Wizards defense in their 99-94 win over the Celtics. Usually I only do breakdowns of contenders, but to be honest, of all the games played last night, Washington had the best defense, even though they have the worst defensive rating in the league on the season. In this game, they held the Celtics to 35% from the field, 8 for 37 on threes. They forced 16 turnovers. Jordan McRae had 2 steals, 3 blocks. Jan Mahimi had 1 steal, 4 blocks. Just a nice game overall. Let's get into it. On the very first play of the game, the Celtics work it around until they get the ball to Jaylen Brown with Bonga on him. Bonga does a pretty nice job of containing him, but as Brown pivots, Bonga steps to his left, gets out of position, but luckily Jan Mahimi is there on the backside to send it home. Quality help defense. On this play, as the Celtics work it around the perimeter, check out Jan Mahimi. He's not the most mobile big, so he's staying as low as he can so he doesn't get blown by. Then as Hayward comes off the screen, he's going to throw the bounce pass to Daniel Theis, gets away from him a little bit, and McRae is there to put the pressure on, and that's going to be a turnover. Now in transition, a nice hit ahead pass from Hayward to Brown. Looks like he has the layup, but Payton is there to swat it. Great D by Payton coming out of nowhere. Then on the ensuing inbound, the ball goes to Jason Tatum and Gary Payton II with some pretty nice post D, getting physical with him. As Tatum gets into the lane, McRae takes a swipe at it, gets a piece of the ball. On this play, the Celtics are going to run Gordon Hayward off a Jaylen Brown screen. Bonga's going to switch onto Hayward, and he does a pretty good job of trying to get over the screen. But meanwhile, on the weak side, check out Gary Payton creeping over into the lane. He's able to poke it loose. Gordon Hayward tries to recover it and get it to Brown, but that's a little off. Gary Payton II is the first one to the floor, and Jaylen Brown ends up getting called for a kick ball here. Nice scrambling by the Wizards. And then here, this is just a great steal by Garrison Matthews as he undresses Javonte Green. Nice hands by Matthews. Here, the Celtics work it around the perimeter until the ball eventually finds Jason Tatum with Gary Payton on him. And then as Tatum comes off the screen, check out Jordan McRae staying in help position. He gets a hand on this shot. Nice help defense, but unfortunately it leads directly to a Washington Wizards turnover. The ball finds its way back into Jason Tatum's hand. Here you can see him calling for everybody to move out. He wants to ISO. Troy Brown Jr. with some pretty nice defense on him here. Not much you can do more than this. Just keep him in front of you and contest the shot. Now, it wasn't all sunshine and roses for the Wizards defense. You don't get to be the worst defense in the league by not making bonehead plays. Like on this play, check out how Troy Brown Jr. gets pinned by the Williams screen and Hayward gets a wide open 3-point shot. And then on this one, the Wizards are trying a 2-3 zone possession, but as Semi Ojeleye clears out of the left side, check out Troy Brown Jr. He's just not sure where to go here. He should be staying put because Jaylen Brown is moving right into his zone and he's going to get a wide open 3. The shot doesn't go in, but you can't be giving up too many of those. On this play, the Wizards are playing zone again, and they have 4 guys who are defending the actions of 3 players here on the strong side. Isaiah Thomas needs to be further this way, and he needs to be in his defensive stance, so when the pass goes to Hayward, he can rotate over. But because he's so far out of position, Troy Brown has to come up. That leaves Jaylen Brown wide open in the corner. Wizards lucky with the miss again. And then on this play, Isaiah Thomas just not in a defensive stance at all, standing straight up. He gets completely blown by, has to foul. Ish Smith and IT not noted for their defensive prowess. And when you have 2 guys who are not noted for the defensive prowess, one of the ways that you handle screening action is you go under it so that you don't get your guys into rotation. And that was something that the Wizards did a lot in this game, and the Celtics just didn't shoot well enough to punish them for going under. Jaylen Brown was 2 for 10, Marcus Smart was 3 for 10, Hayward was 1 for 5, Tatum was 1 for 4. So the Wizards pretty much went under for the whole game. Now in transition, Ish Smith, pretty good work to stop the ball here. Jaylen Brown pulls it back out, wants to go at him. Ish Smith goes under the screen here and gives a pretty good shot contest on the mid-ranger from Brown. On this play, the Wizards go zone again, and this time to better effect. The Celtics work it to Marcus Smart at the free throw line. Jan Mahimi steps up to him, doesn't go for the pump fake, just contains him. We get a Marcus Smart turnaround fadeaway 15-footer. That's great result for your defense. Good rebound by Troy Brown Jr. too. Here the Wizards are in a zone again, and as Troy Brown Jr. turns his head here, check out Jaylen Brown fire this pass back up to the top. That lets Smart get the pass to Tatum in the lane, but Jan Mahimi is there on the backside of the defense to send him home. Now with time running out in the first half, Bonga and McRae are going to switch this screen, and a great block by McRae. Cantor comes up with it, but Bonga and Mahimi are there to bother the shot. Cantor gets this, but it's after the buzzer. Nice work by the Wizards to prevent the last second score. And now the Wizards work it to Tatum, and as he comes off this screen, check out the way he steps into Gary Payton's body, gets him on his backside. Mahimi steps up to Tatum, and as he tries to take the shot, Mahimi swats it. Good rim protection from the big fella there. Here as the Celtics work it to the weak side, Jaylen Brown is going to fake a backdoor cut. Then he comes up off the screen, but Bonga does a pretty nice job of getting up, getting around the screen, and contesting this shot. Unfortunately, the Wizards can't chase down the board, but as Hayward goes at Isaiah Thomas, Thomas with the nice hands to poke this one away. And while having good hands isn't a replacement for good positional defense, it sure helps when you get beat. This isn't so much great defense as a shortcoming of Boston's offense, but here as they run the action at the top, Isaiah Thomas is going to get switched onto Jaylen Brown, but instead of going at that mismatch, Marcus Smart tries to go at Troy Brown Jr. instead. He doesn't get anywhere with it and eventually gives the ball up to Brown, but now there's only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He doesn't have a lot of time to create. If he gives that ball up sooner, I think the Celtics would have got a better shot. Here as the Celtics try to work the ball to Tatum in the post, Troy Brown Jr. doing what he can to deny the pass, but eventually Tatum's going to get it. You can see Gary Payton II here pinching down into the post, so Jaylen Brown cuts up, but as Jason Tatum turns his back to Payton, Payton ambushes him, catches him by surprise, and gives a pretty nice shot contest on the turnaround here. And now in transition, Jaylen Brown finds himself with Isaiah Thomas on him. He brings him down into the low post, and as Troy Brown Jr.'s man cuts through the paint, he comes over to help. Check out Yam Mahimi trying to cut off both the passing lanes to the weak side. Active hands, using his length, he gets the deflection and the steal. Nice work by the Wizards there in transition. Here after the block shot by the Celtics, they get out in transition, but check out Gary Payton and Troy Brown Jr. getting back on defense. They converge to bother Jaylen Brown on the dribble. They take it away. Jaylen Brown gets called for a foul too, and that could have been an easy layup if they didn't hustle back on defense. That's just outstanding commitment to defense. Here the Celtics are in transition again off the steal. Check out Troy Brown Jr. and Rodney McCray getting back. You can see McCray talking to Troy Brown Jr. saying, "You go over, you get him." Troy turns just in time, active hands, nice work to smash the fast break there. And now off the ensuing inbound, the ball goes to Jason Tatum and he tries to go at Gary Payton II, who gives him a bit of trouble. Really great physicality. Then Troy Brown Jr. comes over with a double team. He passes out of it. Good recovery, a bit of a scramble as Marcus Smart tries to pass at Gary Payton with the amazing active hands. Incredible deflection. The Wizards get out in transition. Troy Brown Jr. blows the dunk. Great block by Smart there. But McCray with the putback and one, and that's all created from Gary Payton II's defensive effort. Now the Celtics try to work it to Cantor with AP on him in the post. Cantor tries to back him down a little bit, doesn't really get anywhere with it. And then as he picks up his dribble, check out AP with the high hands, and sometimes that's all it takes to create a turnover. Active hands and a little bit of effort. On this play, Gordon Hayward sees Ish Smith is going to be defending him, just blows by him, but luckily AP is there on the back line to turn him away. Great work by Brown to break it up on the rebound. And now as the third quarter winds down, Tremont Waters is going to try to attack, but check out Troy Brown Jr. helping over from the weak side, plus Gary Payton pokes the ball loose. That's going to be another turnover forced by the Wizards defense. Admiral Schofield only saw limited minutes, but on this play he does a nice job of fronting Enes Kanter as the Celtics try to work to him in the low post. They throw the pass over the top as Schofield gets a fingertip on it. The ball lands right in Tremont Waters' lap. Good rotation by AP to get there and contest this shot. And now the Celtics are going to get out in transition again, but the Wizards do a great job of getting back. Isak Bonga shuts down Brad Wanamaker's dreams of getting to the rack. The Celtics have to pull it back out. Then as Wanamaker tries to throw a bounce pass through the middle here, Bonga's going to get a fingertip on it and then just take it away. The Wizards get a transition opportunity of their own, and Ish Smith will not let it go to waste. On this play, the Celtics are going to get it to Tatum, and as Grant Williams cuts through, check out the way he gets right into AP's body. AP does a great job of stepping around Williams, getting up to challenge the shot. I think McCray actually gets credit for the block here, but that doesn't happen if AP is not able to get into position. Here, as Jason Tatum slips this screen, Marcus Smart throws a nice bounce pass, but AP rotates over to cut off his path to the basket. Tatum drops the pass to Tice, but AP's able to get there and block the shot. Then Isak Bonga pursuing the ball, saves it from going out of bounds, reestablishes his position back inbounds, and is still able to tap it to a teammate. That is incredible hustle from Bonga. Great work from AP too, and that's the kind of thing that you want to see down the stretch with your young guys. Now the Celtics trying to push it again, but the Wizards do a great job of getting back on D, and as Jaylen Brown tries to slow up, Rodney McCray is on him, pokes the ball away. That's another turnover. And from here on out, things would tighten up a little bit, turns into a free throw competition at the end, but the Wizards are able to hold off the red-hot Celtics. That's their third quality win in the last week or so, and Wizards fans have got to be pretty pleased with what they're seeing from their young guys here. Definitely some interesting pieces to add into the mix once Beal, Wall, Bryant, Hachimura are all back in action. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you thought of the Wizards defense in this game in the comments.